If you think you can, you can. And if you think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford, my friends, 10 to 15 minutes each and every day practicing on these markets. You can do this. And again, what we teach you with the 5 ETFs that we follow every day, the S&P 500, NASDAQ 100, 20-year bonds, gold, and Bitcoin on that Bitcoin Future XBTF. Again, you can practice these for free each and every day. Now, for instance, if you look at what we've had happen lately with a potential trade for you in something like Bank of America, again, a highly traded stock and options on there, going short back when things crossed over the 200 EMA, heading down on the half-day chart. You saw things on the 19th accelerate in just a, 2.5 days, 3 days? Things down again, 3.51%. Just beautiful. And again, how do you choose what stocks, what ETFs to follow? It's what suits your fancy. Are you in the banking business? Are you in the aerospace business? Are you in the plumbing business? What do you know about? You can pick things like that, or things you're just interested in, or things you find that are actually trackable and tradable. Look at Colgate-Palmolive. I mean, again, it offered opportunities here recently back on the 15th of August. Again, above the 200 EMA, went from red to green on the STC, popped in on the 15th in the afternoon, and within 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, boom, up 2.24%. Quite beautiful. Another strong down move we saw with Simon Property Group, it crossing over, heading down. Again, another opportunity for shorting. There are just so many things that you can do when you go to apply the knowledge that we have here, that we see each and every day in the market. And it's very important, again, to follow the rules. Look at this under AT&T, a huge down move. However, did it trigger you at the right point? Well, we look for things to be, remember, at the top, above this center line when it goes to move down. That wasn't the case when we saw this strong down move. So it didn't give us an entry point. So you choose at the wrong time and things won't work for you a lot of the time. That's why we have the rules that we have. Look at Apple most recently, back on the 10th of August, as the market was surging, jumping in point in the morning, up 3.37% in just a few days, topping out on the 17th. So up in the morning on the 10th, out by the 17th, up 3.37%. Again, find your favorite stocks. Practice trade those each and every day, along with following us as we help you make your way through the charts that we follow for you each and every day. Let's jump into where things are. We see for the day, gold, stocks, and Bitcoin up, bonds are down. Where are we on the S&P 500? We had several days of down movement after a successful up trade of 2.32%. And then, of course, right after that, soon after, things rolled over. Some of you guys will say, Tom, how come, this seems to almost be preternatural in the way it works so much of the time? That is, again, because we're using the average true range to help us set our profit bands and our loss bands. That's part of the deal here. That's one reason we use it, because it's using what's happened over the last 14 trading periods to help us see what the volatility is. That's why it's not magic. It just makes common sense. So what do we see going on now? Well, we can see where things have moved down to the 200 EMA, haven't crossed yet, have sort of stopped there for the time being. If this red line, the STC, goes back to green, then by all means, friends, we will be jumping into it. The 2-day is still green and the weekly is still green. On the STC, we see, of course, a pullback so far this week and over the last two-day candles, but that's okay. We'll wait, watch, and see, and let the charts tell us what to do based upon the rules as we have set them. Let's move on to the NASDAQ 100. It was trying to push through, but again, has slowed down in that. Now, it may go on and surge through, but it may head back up again. If it does, just like the S&P, we'll be ready to move up on the NASDAQ 100. This last hoped-for trade there, we got close to a 3.47% up move, and then it died on us. We only captured a little less than 1% there. So that's all right. You know, again, didn't lose anything, made a little bit, didn't make as much as we wanted, but you can't win everything. Remember, hogs get slaughtered. So let's keep following these charts. Again, hoping that we might have a bounce off and things move up. May happen, may not. That's where we are on stocks. Let's look at bonds, down for the day 0.73%. Now we're waiting for bonds to reset on us, get a pull up so that potentially we can jump back into down moves. There was just nothing there for us to be able to jump in on this last move. It just got a little slimy on us. It went down and then popped right back up, pulled us out, and we've not had another potential jumping in point. So that's okay. When we look at where bonds are on the 2-day, it has recently gone red. Weekly, still green, but it could be going red soon. So we'll just see where bonds are going to settle out and head to. Again, you don't have to trade everything all the time. You trade what is ready and what has popped. Now, let's move on to gold, up for the day 0.29%. Gold is, of course, negative on the STC on the half-day chart. We have 2 days of gold trying to track up after we had that successful gold trade that ended last week, down 1.58% in a short. That was beautiful, and we're waiting to see if gold is going to reset and allow us to jump back into another down trade. Once that trade is over, it's over. So we're waiting for a reset to jump back in at some point. 2-day is still green on the STC. We see red down candles. Weekly, it has bounced off, as we've talked about since this happened on the week beginning the 11th and the 18th of July, bounced up for 3 weeks, going in the second week of down movement. So we'll see how gold settles out. That's where we are after a recent successful trade right now on gold. Lastly, we go to Bitcoin. And by the way, Patreon members, don't forget, as soon as I finish up this recording, I'm going to be recording the Charting Crypto for the week to give you the real breakdown on where cryptos are. But where are we on XBTF? Up for the day, just under 1%. But you can see where we just still have that inherent weakness. STC is down and below the 200 EMA on the STC on the half-day chart on both of those. What about the 2-day? Of course, we've seen here strong down movement there. The STC's holding on to the green still, so we'll keep an eye on that. But where are we on the weekly? Of course, it's still red after 4 weeks of up movement, going in the second week of down movement. Bitcoin's not recovered yet. How long is it going to take? We don't know. But remember, Bitcoin is what leads the rest of the markets in crypto. It is the big kahuna. It is the tide that flows in and flows out of the harbor. What does it do to the rest of the boats? It either raises or lowers them. That's the way it is. That's where we are, folks, as we end the day on Wednesday, hump day. Hope that you are having a great week. Hope you're staying with us each and every day, 10 to 15 minutes. That's all we ask. And we appreciate all the Patreon support. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.